today we are here to meet Priyanka Singh. She's an interior designer. She's got her own practice in Gurgaon, and she's going to take us through her journey of interior design, how she started, how the whole thing happened, how did she get her first project, and all of those kind of stuff. Very interesting. Let's talk to her, Priyanka.
Okay, so I went to school in New York for about 4 years. I was at Parsons, and then I studied, and I worked there for a year. I went to Rockwell Group, I went to design design. I came back in August 2017, and then I started my own business in 2018. My first project was my own apartment that my dad gave me. That beta, aap jaake karo ye, like the sample apartments. I spent about, let's say, 20 lakhs on it. Did the entire interiors with, let's say, the whole furnishings, the wall paneling, the furniture, everything. And then from there I got other projects, and now I'm here. So it's been like a very unsteady, but like a decent growth so far.
Where did you get your first project? When was the first project?
Okay, it started in like November 2017. So I did up my apartment in about 3 months.
Okay.
And then from there, and people came and saw, they liked it. So I got 2 more clients from Beagle Gardens.
Oh, wow.
And then they went and they had their people come over, they saw the apartment, they liked it. So they had some other, let's say, a guest of theirs, like what I did there. They hired me to do something else. So that's how it's been growing.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun so far.
And what other projects are you doing these days?
Okay, so I'm working on a daycare center.
Where is that?
IPSA. So they have like a chain everywhere. So we're doing their IPSA Air City, so which is like a 1,300 square feet daycare center, which will get over hopefully by end of May. And then we've done projects for them in Kolkata, in Bangalore, in Mumbai, in Noida, in Nehru Place in Delhi. So it's been, so that's there.
Wow.
And then we're doing one Camellias. That's pretty interesting.
That's a luxury interior design
yes,
project.
it is. We've been lucky enough to get it. So and then that should get over in like 2 years from now.
So are you doing design, or are you also doing the execution?
So depends on the client. So we offer them both. Like either we can take it on with execution, or we give you just a design. So the Camellia is just design and somebody else is executing it. And same with all the IPSAs. We just give the drawings and the design intention and the renderings, and then they go ahead and execute it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us about how you got into interior design. You know, a lot of our viewers would be very interested to know how you started.
Because of my dad, actually. Because when I was younger, so he was at this point in his life, we wanted to buy properties and start investing in properties. So since I remember, since like 9th grade, I think. So I've been going with him to like different properties. मेरे घर के Belmont में we went there. तो सीट बेटा ये ऐसे सीलिंग होती है, इसको बीम कहते हैं, इसको कॉलम कहते हैं. And then I was like, हाँ, I like it.
So you exposed early in life.
Very early on. And then apparently even went to sites with him when I was like 6 years old, which I don't remember now. But that's what he does me, and that's how I got into it. And then plus I think I'm an artistic person as well. I've always loved drawing.
Wow.
Yeah.
And tell us about your college. How was Parsons?
A waste of money. I'm kidding. See, the thing with colleges, especially the design schools, is that they don't have a curriculum that sort of prepares you for the real world. Right? It's just all like very, very theory based. It's all like, what would you do in this situation? Not thinking about the end user, the client.
Yeah.
So, it was a shock coming back to the Indian market, realizing that changes bhi hote hain after approving it, after getting approval from the client the third time around. उसके बाद भी नहीं आपने गलत कर दिया, नहीं इसको चेंज करो, नहीं मुझे इसका कम रेट चाहिए, नहीं मुझे ज़्यादा ग्रे चाहिए. So which is a little which is hard to deal with, because it's just like अब इतना कितना मेहनत करोगे इस पे, you can't change everything for the client.
That's right.
Yeah, and then सबको free में काम चाहिए. Nobody wants to pay for changes, which is weird, which is, I guess you have to live with it.
The Parsons perhaps trains you for the States.
Yeah, definitely. It's like it's there because I worked there for a year, and I was like, so once you get an approval from a client, it's done. It's done, and the client, if I want to change it, he will pay extra for it. Yeah, but there's no concept of changes. There's no concept of like extra payment, which is sad, but that's how it is.
Would you if you had to change something about the profession, about the industry, what would that be? That one thing that you could change.
The clientele, the client mentality. I'm kidding. No, I would see. I think I like to change the client mentality. That it's that अगर आप extra काम करवा रहे हो तो उसके लिए आपको पैसे देने पड़ेंगे. That's it.
Yeah.
हाँ.
And that seems to be the case with most other designers also. Everyone's crying about the same thing.
It's so frustrating.
At least in the Indian context,
Yeah.
you see a lot where they're actually mixing and matching stuff from different styles, putting into the same space.
Yeah, dude, it's
That,
so
that
annoying.
happens. That happens a lot, right?
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
That's so annoying.
You could have a very modern table lamp, and you could have
Yeah,
something.
if it's done up well, then why not? But sometimes the thing is, even I feel like a lot of designers here are not taught color theory. So they end up mixing green with yellow,
Yes.
or like pink with purple,
Yeah.
and it's just so horrendous.
Then it actually becomes a pop art of some sort.
Yeah, and the bad kind also. It's not the good kind.
Okay, so design to you would mean what? If you had to explain in one sentence.
Simplicity.
Simplicity.
Keeping it very, very simple and not overdoing it. Because I feel like people think of design like, अच्छा इस वहाँ पे भी कर दो, इस पे भी कर दो, उस पे भी कर दो. तभी लगे design आया है. That's not design. Like, make it clutter free. Make it like simple for people to look at. And design should be very seamless. It should not look like you've design किया हुआ है for specific.
That's right.
It should like just flow easily into the space. And the experience of walking into a space is what design actually. It's not like the finish. It's not like people coming and being like, अच्छा ये red paint है, वो कितना अच्छा design किया. No, it's like you walk through a space and you experience like a sense of, let's say, calmness with like sort of whatever it is. That's what matters most for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You travel a lot, right?
Whenever my band allows me to, yeah, I do. I mean, last time I traveled was last year. I went to Vienna and Prague.
You have a city that kind of calls out the designer in you and says, oh, wait a minute, but I have to go here. Like a lot of people talk about Paris and Milan being...
Okay. New York for me, because I was there for 5 years and I really look up to it, even with the rats on the road and like people going crazy. There's a sense of urgency yet calmness in the city, which I really relate to sometimes. And like for me, design is not really inspired by other architects' work. It could be like being in a place and sort of experiencing it for what it is. Like for example, for me, like New York is just like the city of like hustle and bustle, but it's also it brings a sense of calmness that you're not alone. So for me, like I draw inspiration from feelings and like experiences as opposed to a piece of architecture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also people.
And people, yeah, people also.